Howdy, my name is Jose Ortiz, and I'll be going over my load balancer project that I've created. I'll be going over the main components of my project and give a little brief description of how it works. I'll give a summary of the overall project, and then I'll actually simulate the project to show you how it works. But to actually access my project, you'll have to go to my GitHub. It's called CSE412 Project 3. You copy the URL, and then you paste it onto your Visual Studio, and you should see the following folders and files. But what we'll mainly be looking at is the load balancer, the request queue, and the web server. So starting off with the load balancer, what this file does, it adds requests to the queue and process requests by assigning them to available web servers. So any request that is gone or any request that has been added onto, it'll assign it to a server that is available. Moving on to the request file, all it's doing is it'll be getting the IP address in, and it'll be showcasing to what IP it's going out to and at what time it is going out to as well. Then with the request queue, this is going to show the add and remove requests. It'll also show if the queue is empty, and it'll give you the size of the queue. And then finally with web server, all this is doing is it's giving you the status of the actual request, and it'll show you the server that the request is going through. And then here in the main file, this is going to allow you to input the actual servers that you want, and it'll let you put the time you want the servers to be running to actually showcase the simulation. So in summary, this program simulates a load balance scenario where requests are generated via or just randomly, and they're added to a queue, and then they're assigned to an available web server for processing, and it'll be displayed in a text file that I'll show you here in a moment. So to actually get this code to work, what you need to do is go ahead and type make, you enter, you let it load. Once it's completed, you'll see a bunch of files pop up. But to actually access the simulation, you want to do /load, or you can go ahead and hit tab, and it'll automatically display the file that will allow you to run the simulation. You hit enter, and then as you can see, this load balance log appears. So in order to see the information, we want to input the amount of servers we want. So we'll go ahead and say 10, and we want 100 clock cycles. And then as you can see, it'll go ahead and start processing the information. I'll let it run here for a little bit more. But yeah, it'll keep going until it hits 100 seconds because that's what we input. But just to give you a general idea of what's going on, you'll be able to see the amount of servers that you selected, the amount of time, the task time range, and then this is where it starts. So as we can see, we have 10 requests if you count them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the starting queue will be 10. Here in the second portion of the cycle, you'll be able to see the IP address that's going in and the IP address that it's going out to at the time. And as you can see, it's displayed such that you can see the activity of each server. So server 1 is these 3 lines, server 2 is the next 3 lines, and so on. And then you can see that once it's completed, you'll go ahead and see more requests that are generated randomly. And as we can see, this time there's only 7, so that's why the ending queue this time is 7. And it's just going to keep going so on, depending on the amount of requests that you get is the amount of signings that you need to do. And so, yeah, this is how it works. And as you can see, since it's been going on for a couple of seconds now, it went ahead and did a bunch of random requests with a bunch of random queue sizes. So yes, this is a simulation again to show how the load balance works. Thank you.